So guys, let's get into the review to AFL Fantasy Round 8, and I thought I was having a pretty decent week. I picked the captaincy on Max GAWN, of course the highest scorer. I always feel confident when you do that. Of course, 158 if you don't know, 316 as captain. You love to see it from the big guy. However, despite that, there was actually quite a lot of disappointing scores. I did in the end get 2,151, which was ranked 18,669 across the whole round. So, good performance, first of all. Harry Sheezel, 134. You love to see it. Matt Roberts got 86. I'll take that as the Sydney's highest scorer. Luke Traynor with 87. Second highest scorer for the Tigers. Dawson with 122. Merritt 117. The Ashcroft brothers, brilliant. 234 between them. Max GAWN, of course, I've already mentioned. Bailey Smith, 119. McRae, 139. All great. But then a lot of my high-priced players, mid-scores, you would say. Max Holmes hasn't had a very good couple of weeks. Only got 79. Jake Bowie's been in insane form. Only was able to get 70 in the end. Riley Bice, you shouldn't expect a lot from a rookie defender for the start of the year, but only 44. Just didn't get the touches against the Giants. Connor Rosie, 87. Nick Dacos, don't know what happened to him in that last quarter. Just got absolutely shut down by Mullen with the 92. Lawler and Lindsay have to look to move them on, unfortunately. 55, and the latter got 33. Tom de Koning did not much, 65. Caleb Daniel only got the 77. And Riley Sanders, my God, 51 in a game when they won by nearly 100 points. Needs to do better than that. So that's not great, honestly. 2,151, I should have been getting, with a GAWN score like that, you should be getting over 2,200, really. I mean, I shouldn't have done lower than that. I thought for sure I had that one locked up after that game, but couldn't get it done. Not good enough from me. Now, my brother's team did worse, so I felt a little bit better over the weekend that he did worse, and he's almost below me in the tipping ladder in the channel, which we'll look to in a moment. But he got 2,047, which was ranked 42,913. Not very good. Now, a couple of players that he had a little bit different that did well. He had Wanganeen Miller with the 103. He also had, trying to look through, he had the captaincy on Nick Dacos. Not very good. Tristan Cherry he did have with the 121. You take that. Christian Petrarca with the 121 as well. So he's got a couple of players different, but didn't have the captaincy on a Max GAWN, which really saved me in this week looking at it. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have, I don't even know if I would have scored. I wouldn't have even got 2,000, I don't think. So I'm not the greatest at maths. 158. I don't think I would have got it. I can't remember my score anymore. No, I wouldn't have got it. So that's how poor it would have been. So thank God for Max GAWN. Now, a couple of the players that he had that didn't score very well was Jaden Short. I mean, 80 you probably take in the end. He was lucky he had Zach Reed on the bench to bring him in. Xavier Lindsay as well with the only 33. He had Sam Davidson in his team. I took the Caden Cleary score. But overall, very similar team to mine. I didn't realize how much closer his team is to mine at this stage of the season. But now let's get to our trades for the week. I have gone with Murphy Reed out and Boxall in from the Saints. And I've got rid of Matt Carroll and picked up Fonte. Now, I think I've mentioned it in the last few reviews that I've got rid of Reed. However, I have had to change them. So this week, I am 99% confident I'm getting rid of Murphy Reed. He's dropping in price now. I can't see it. I can't see him getting back into some form. And his price is, I think, well and truly maxed out. So I've got rid of him. I picked up Boxall. He scored about 58, I think it was, at halftime for the Saints. Dropped off in his first game, but 74 from a midfielder who's going to be my rookie. I'm more than happy to take that risk and get his price going up. And I've got rid of Matt Carroll for Fonte. Now, it's only 40k. People would be wondering why I've done that, because Carroll could have some points still generating or some coin. But I do think that Fonte, his performance in the Derby for the Giants was actually quite good. He looked really composed at the level, playing off that D50. So I think he's going to get some more games. He's only priced at 340. He's only priced at 354, and a lot of people have compared him to Marcus Bontempelli. Now, I'm not putting that on him at this stage, but if he can do anything near that, I am more than happy to take a risk on him. So, only a 40k upgrade on that trade. However, having 318 at the moment, I should be able to next week get rid of one of my other rookie players, probably Lawler, get another 300k there, and then I either get rid of Davidson, Lindsay, or Bice at this stage. Probably one of those three are the main ones I'm going to be looking to get rid of. And then that will mean I can start building out those rookies out. So So Levi Ashcroft is one that I am probably going to hold the longest with a trainer or a Bice at this stage. I think that Bice will probably start to be pricing out now with that 44, but I think I will hold him. I think that was a pretty tough performance against the Giants. The fact that the Swans didn't have anyone go over 90 shows it was a pretty tough day to get points for the Sydney Swans. So the fact that he got 44 once and he's done pretty well other than that, I think Bice is pretty safe. But at the moment, Lindsay's got to look to go. Davidson's probably out. Sanders I do have to get rid of, but at this stage, I still want to look to get rid of my rookies first. That is my main priority at this stage. But we'll get to my brother's trades. He has gone with Riley Bice out for Hugo Boxall, and he's got rid of Moraes for Isaac Rankin. So he's got Isaac Rankin into the team. Interesting call. I think that's probably what a lot of people are doing at this stage because Isaac Rankin's got so much midfield time this year for the Crows. However, if I'm looking for a forward mid at this stage, if I'm looking to get rid of a forward, my role is to try and get a midfielder in, a straight mid. That's probably where I'm looking. But I can see what he's doing, and a lot of the midfield forwards that he does have in his midfield group are actually scoring really well. You've got Jack McRae, Bailey Smith, Christian Petrarca, all scoring really nicely. So you could put them in your midfield. And his defense is pretty solid. Everyone bar Zach Reed are all prone, they can all get hundreds. His forward line is a little bit shaky though. Other than the first three, the next three are Sanders, Levi Ashcroft, and Sam Davidson. All on their day can score 100, but the consistency has been a little bit off so far this year. So his other three forwards are Caleb Daniel, Isaac Rankin, Jason Horne-Francis. So something that he probably has to work out in the next couple of weeks, but at this stage, not a massive deal. Now his current overall rank is 7,476. My overall rank at this stage is 7,606. So he is 130 places in front of me after a very poor week. So I don't want to rub that in, maybe a little bit more, but he's not here at the moment. So I won't talk to him about it too much. So let's have a look at the Channels League. At this stage, the Cheetah Cubs is still hanging on to his lead. He's been able to hold on to it for, I think, the last 3 weeks now. He got 2,206 over the week. Geelong supporter, I believe, so he's having a pretty good week all around. Done very well, holding a 66-point lead on second place, Pub Feed with Sauce. We've mentioned him a couple of times. He was number 1 in AFL fantasy across the whole country, or world if you want to be that. I don't know. I don't think it's a world, but you know what I mean. He's in second spot right now in the league. 2,164, scored just better than me. Interesting if he had a poor week. Everyone else had the max score like me, but he's still sitting in second spot. And there's only a 23-point gap from him in third spot, which is Len Never Pretends. Okay, so this is Lenny. He's got 2,218 over the weekend. He's sitting in third spot. Jumped into that third spot after a good week. I want to quickly mention the person in eighth spot, though, which is Welshman. Got 2,297, one of the highest scores in the league over the week. Did very, very well. Jumped into eighth spot. And it's pretty log-jammed up the top spot. So if you look at it, there's only a 180-point difference between first and eighth position. And if you have a week like my brother and score 100 less because you pick a poor captain or something, you can definitely improve your season. So looking at him, he was in fourth spot, I think, a month ago. He has dropped all the way down to 27th. It is truly embarrassing. And he's not actually going to be on the podcast tomorrow because he may say it's work in the next couple of weeks, but you guys will know he is not here because he has had such a poor month in AFL fantasy and he knows it. So he's been dropped out of the podcast. But anyway, he's had a poor couple of weeks. He is one spot in front of me by 3 points. He is 3 points in front of me, guys, and it's really embarrassing that he's dropped so far off. I haven't done too well the last few weeks, I will be honest, but I'm thinking the next couple of trades, I think these 2 downgrades I've done this week are going to be able to propel my team getting into the buys, which we do have to keep an eye on because round 12 is only nearly a month away, just under that. And that's when the buys will start coming. So keep your eye on that when you do your trades, guys. But that's pretty much all we've got for the review this week. Make sure to let me know down below what your trades are going to be, what your moves are going into the buys. And if you have any advice for me, I would really appreciate it. But that's all for the review now, guys. So thanks for watching.